Hola, ¿cómo están? Primero que nada, gracias por venir. Gracias por estar aquí. For all who doesn't know who I am, my name is Eugenio Derbez. Today I come to you not as a comedian, not as an actor, not as a filmmaker, but as a proud citizen of Mexico and a proud immigrant in the United States. Right now, we are faced with a crisis that is breaking my heart, as I know it is breaking yours. When the value of human lives and the importance of family is pushed aside to support political agendas, we all suffer the consequences. Many of us here grew up in Latin America and have seen firsthand what can happen when those in power do not rule with compassion and humanity. Going back centuries, people from around the world have come to the US for the promise of a better life, a dignified life. Some came here to flee the very kind of injustice that is happening in this country at this very moment. And the cost to these families is immeasurable. We must protect these people and protect the value of human life everywhere. This is what the United States has always aspired to, but seems to have momentarily forgotten. But I have hope. I have faith. I have faith that the majority of Americans want the government to do the right thing. I believe they understand the need to protect all children, to ensure immigrant families stay together, and to give them due process. While I have had only lived in this country for a few years, I've traveled and worked here for almost 2 decades. And over that time, I have become very close to the Hispanic immigrant community. Like every immigrant group that came before us, our community brings so much to this country: cultural diversity, hard work, family values. And in my time here, I have met countless Americans who embrace and value our contributions. These immigrant families, these people, they're not coming to this country to steal jobs or money. Imagine what these parents have had to live through, threatened by narcos, gangs, famine, and extreme poverty. They leave everything behind. They have to cross rivers and deserts, a journey that many do not survive, risking their lives and the lives of their young children and even newborn babies, just for the hope of something better. And they come here willing and grateful to take the harshest and worst paid jobs that nobody else wants. Just to live in a country with freedom and justice for all. We must not turn our backs on them. We must treat them with dignity and respect. And we all need to treat each other with dignity and respect. It seems like no one is listening to anyone anymore. The battle has become so toxic on both sides. Anger breeds anger. Hatred breeds hatred. But we can take the high road and lead by example. Let's fight hard, but let's fight with respect. If we believe that this is a great country, let's act in the way we want to be treated. Let's push politicians to stop these abuses at the border. Let's get these children back in the arms of their parents. But let's do it with dignity, not with insults or hatred. Because compassion breeds compassion. As Nelson Mandela said, Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden, but never extinguished. We must keep this flame alive in this country and around the world. Guys, this is not about Republicans and Democrats. This is not about immigration reform. This is a problem of humanity. Plain and simple. If you have children, like I do, you cannot look at them in the eye and tell them you did everything to protect them if you do not protect these children on the border. When they cry, the world cries. We must not stop fighting until these atrocities end. Thank you and bless you all.
Please welcome our final speaker, our very own South LA activist and community coalition member, Edna Chavez.
It's not, there we go. Hello everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Natalia Cordova. I was raised in Mexico, born and raised in Mexico. I am an immigrant. I came to the United States in search of opportunities, much like the people we are here for today. The difference is that when I left Mexico to come here, I wasn't running for my life. I did not flee my country for my physical safety or to keep my children free from violence. I've had the opportunity to meet and talk to some of these refugee families. I can tell you about 8-year-old Miguel, who told me he and his mother fled Mexico to escape a cartel that recruited his father and killed his older brother. I can tell you about Miriam, a single mother who fled Honduras with a 4-year-old girl because of the gender violence she withstood in her country. She told me, I don't want my daughter to live through the violence that I've lived through. Their stories are not uncommon, and it's the terrifying reality many people are facing. This is the people, these are the reasons that people are leaving their country. They aren't coming here to steal, kill, rape, or deal drugs like the Trump administration would like us to believe. They are running to survive with the hope of having a better opportunity at life. Now imagine, close your eyes and imagine having to escape your home with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. Leaving everything that is part of you behind. Everything but what's most valuable. Your family and your children. Imagine knowing the journey you're about to put yourself through. The journey you're about to put your children through. Imagine how bad things have to get at home for someone to decide to walk for days and months with a baby and a child that doesn't understand. With the fear of not finding food, of not finding shelter, and maybe dying in the way. Imagine yourself as them, after this frightening journey, finally arriving here. And instead of being met with the welcoming arms promised in the Statue of Liberty, you are met with an inhumane policy that is meant to punish parents for taking measures to protect their children. Measures that many of us would take if we were forced to do so. So, we are here today for one, to demand that the Trump administration and the United States government permanently end the zero humanity prosecution policy against refugees and children. 2, demand the release of all children, including unaccompanied minors and refugee families from detention centers.